everyone. I hope you all are doing very good work at home and studying very hard. So here, this is your Khushbu teacher, that is your physics teacher, and we are going to start new chapter today, chapter number 14, that is chemical effect of electric current. As the name suggests, that electricity is also having chemical effects. As you have seen that in electricity chapter we have read, electricity can generate heat, electricity can generate light, electricity can also generate magnetic field. So here electricity could also gives chemical effects. Here it helps in managing chemical reactions. So we are going to get definite product that we want to give or we want to produce. Okay, so before that, let us see how electricity works and what are good conductors and bad conductors. So here we are having conductors of electricity. So you know that electricity is actually the flow of electrons. Yes, flow of electrons means you know that atom is consist of electrons, protons and neutrons. So here electrons are the one who is revolving around the nucleus and are free. So they can just move out through the atom and can produce electricity. So when the electrons start get flowing, then only electricity get produced. And that electron could also help us in managing the chemical reactions. So that is why here is the reason how the electricity could give us the effect of chemical reactions. So conductors of electricity, as you know that there is good conductor and a bad conductor. So conduction could be lead and that conduct the electricity are known as conductors, and those who cannot conduct the electricity are known as insulators. Okay. So these are two names. So here for good conductors we can say the conductors, and for bad conductors we can say that they are insulators. So here we are having good conductors of electricity. So those materials which helps or allows electricity to pass through them are known as good conductors. Means that electricity, that is electrons are actually moving from one position to another. That is why here it is written that electrons are moving. Okay. Now for example, like solids like copper, aluminium, like all kinds of metals, liquids. Even liquids have capacity to make the current flow through them. So here we have write the name of the liquids like lemon juice, water. Not all kind of liquids are managed to get the electricity to pass through them. Yes, here you know that mercury. Mercury is what? It is liquid metal. Only matter in the liquid form is mercury. Okay, so that is also a metal, so it will also allow electrons to pass through them. That is why all these examples are known as conductors. Now let us see the bad one. Bad ones are known as insulators. So those materials which do not allow electricity to pass through them are called bad conductors or insulators also. Okay, so here the example for that: rubber, plastic, wood, all these are examples for bad conductors. And even some liquid examples, that are distilled water, alcohol, they do not conduct electricity. Distilled water and alcohol, why are they not conducting electricity? So here the main reason for the conduction of the electricity is the ions. So ions, if they are present inside the liquid, then only liquid can conduct electricity. Means they have a losing property, they have some impurity in them. You know that tap water is consist of minerals. It is not just a pure water. Tap water is also having minerals, iodines, like some salt consistence also are there. But when you are talking about distilled water, it's purely H2O. It's purely a form of water that has only and only the molecules of H2O. So all these are actually covalent compounds. So here the term that I have coined right now is the covalent compound. Okay. Even you know that this is compound, that means atom plus atom together could make atom plus atom together could make molecule. Yes. So that molecules here are actually helping or making the things in two variants. So there are two kinds of molecules or compounds we can say. So that are ionic compound, okay, and one is covalent compound. All the things that are naturally made. For example, this water, pure water, H2O, it is naturally made. Like the thing that is consists of carbon compounds like humans, like blood, like the rubbers, okay, all these are found from the somehow directly or indirectly we are getting all these from the natural things. So all the things that are mainly from the natural, so these are covalent bonds, okay, covalent compounds you can say. But man-made things like जो chemical से बनते हैं, all these are consist of the ionic part. That is why this covalent one is not going to conduct electricity, but this ionic one is going to conduct electricity very well. Distilled water is only having H2O. So H2O is purely a natural base. It is not going to conduct electricity. Alcohol is made up of the fruit juice. Okay. So that again is a product of the natural things. That is why it is also not going to produce the electricity. Petrol and other things like kerosene, all these things are not going to produce electricity, not conduct electricity. But things like lemon juice, okay. So now the lemon juice, the water there we are using, and the lemon is actually the acidic form. So here the acidic and the basic substances could also conduct the electricity. Okay, so what could conduct the electricity? You know that all kinds of metals, and if we say about the liquid parts, so liquid that consist of minerals, that consist of acidic property, that consist of basic property, and that consist of salt property could conduct electricity. So all these are having ionic bonds. That is why they could conduct electricity very well. But the liquids whose capacity is only made up of the covalent bond, they cannot make the electricity to flow through them. So here is the all things that you can observe, that how the conductors could be, like materials could be conducting or the non-conducting for the electricity to pass through them, even including liquids. Now students, let us see the diagram of it. That we can see here the tester. You know why we are using tester? Just to check whether the electricity is there or not. You might have seen your father doing testing for the electricity flowing through a particular socket or particular part of a wire. Okay, so here as you can see, this tester is get connected through the metal part. Now the bulb is glowing. But when we connected it through the plastic part that is at the behind, so it is not glowing. That means for the conduction of the electricity, the circuit part should be complete. And here the circuit part is not complete, like because this is a bad conductor, we can say this is insulator. That is why it is not completing this circuit fully, and here the bulb does not glow.